not be the most prominent for either of these two schools, but it's one that can easily define season trajectories and put the victor on the path to the college football playoff. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the LSU Fighting Tigers, Baton Rouge and Tiger Stadium. As we'll see, a playoff team from last year, the Florida Gators, taking on the 10th-ranked team in the land, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. The Gators' long wait is coming to an end as they'll put a foot to it and the season will get underway. Takes it inside his own 20. Chance for great field position here. He's brought down after a good return, gets it out to the 31. Back to throw, it's Holstein. Plucks it out of the air. And he's brought down after a nice game. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. Death Valley has a well-earned rep of being intimidating. It is nice to be the quarterback, to have everything on your side.
And have everything quiet. It's the loudest place by far that I ever played. I mean, for an entire game, they are on their feet, yelling.
Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
And how about the defense getting home with the pass rush? Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback, do a great job rushing the passer. I can play man when I got a pass rush like that.
Back to pass. He's got it. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
First job for the QB a lot of times. Look at those safeties. Is it man or is it zone? Nice job. You could tell right away. He saw it was zone, understood where to go with the football, and that's why this offense had a positive gain right away.
It's third down, and they have to get it to the 42 to move the sticks. From the gun, wants to pass. Got a man, it's Green. Across the 25, he's got room. Touchdown, LSU! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Abrams. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. And the defense making a play, getting a hand on that pass. Let's take a second to look at the big picture for Florida. You start the season top 25. Clearly expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every week and every opponent one at a time. The number beside your name doesn't matter right now. The number matters late in the season. So you want to start the season fast. You want to be gelling on offense and on defense. I think that's the challenge early.
Absolutely. Figuring out who you are. Obviously some talented pieces, well thought of in the top 25, but a lot of season to go out and prove it. Day one, game one. Make that first impression.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. Got to be smart, patient, great vision. Uses all of that to get to the 29.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge third down coming. Goes to the option. He'll pitch it. They'll finally make the tackle, but that option was executed to perfection. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Gators come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Makes the grab. No chance to run, but they still move it forward. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged, but when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. The give out of the gun. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
This defense will try to force a fourth down on third and short from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. Dances away to buy time. Trying to escape and get it himself. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
Well, it's just a really nice job there on that third down, trying to get after this quarterback. And obviously they're not able to make the play in the backfield, but really nice job pursuing. You see the athleticism and the speed they have, how they play as a unit together. Only giving up a little bit of a gain and now setting up fourth down.
They're a couple of yards short of the first down, but the offense will stay out there on fourth down. They'll go with a direct snap. Will not get there. A fourth down stop.
Well, here's a classic sudden change situation early in the game. We're going to see a few of these as the game goes on, but with the defense getting that stop on fourth down in their opponent territory, the offense now has an opportunity to come out here and maybe take a shot in this sudden change situation, see if they can catch the defense napping.
They'll move the tight end. They try to pop a run on the draw.
They try to go draw, but there's just way too much penetration in the middle of the offensive line, and then the offense has a negative play.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Johnson wants to throw it. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. All right, guys, let's talk LSU. Everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole that you want. And this team, as they start this season, not a ton of new faces here, Jesse.
They didn't, but I don't think it's because there was a lack of effort on the part of the coaches, David. I think they believe they've got the roster in place now to have success.
Yeah, because when you bring people in, a lot of times you tick people off on your own roster. So when you only bring a few in, you cherry-pick some elite talent and some real concerns that you have, sometimes it just addresses everything you need.
Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. Sending the offense back to work. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time. It put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive.
Going to throw it over the top of the knee. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on 1st down. 2nd down coming up.
Looked to me on that deep ball like he was forcing it a little bit. You got to be careful as a quarterback. You're not trying to outdo the other guy who just threw a touchdown pass. You're just trying to win the game. So just execute the plays. The ball goes to who it's designed to go to. If that means you got to turn around and hand it off, then that's what you got to do. But I think on that last deep ball, QB forcing it a little bit.
Nearly picked off there, and he might be the last guy on the field you'd expect to drop that one. It'll be 3rd down. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. And you want to know what impact home field advantage can have? There it is. The offense will walk it back. They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge 3rd down coming up. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. The Gators will punt this one away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. At the 20, he's got space. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
Nice job getting outside, right? Those running backs, they get on those tracks, they run outside. Now they're in the open field. It's so tough. Those safeties are flying down, try to get an angle, but you could tell the speed sets them up, makes the big play out to the left.
And the Tigers come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. From the red zone, looking for a man. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
Well, the quarterback had the look he wanted. He had his big fella down here in the red zone. That's supposed to be an easy pitch and catch, but his buddy puts it on the floor.
So now it's 2nd and long. They'll move the wide receiver. Handoff from the gun. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Johnson looking to throw. Right on the money. Fights off the defender. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Bringing the heat. Looking for the score. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
And this is the part of the field, man, you really got to have a plan because these windows get smaller and you're trying to fit that ball into the end zone. It's difficult to do. Quarterback, receivers, they got to be on the same page.
After the incompletion, can they find a way to get these last 2 yards on 3rd and goal? Touchdown, LSU! Excellent pass by the back on the option.
Yeah, and now this offense building that lead. It's still the first half, but I'll tell you what, shown some glimpses of why they can become a really, really good offense. Listen, you go into halftime, more of the same, right? Continue to do what you're doing, take care of the football. This offense has looked really good in the first half.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. So they take advantage of good field position and move it 46 yards. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from midway in the end zone. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Play fake on 1st down. Buys a little time. Fighting off the defender. He'll step out of bounds at the 23-yard line after a productive play for this offense.
And that's a missed opportunity by the defense because if this quarterback is going to decide to run the ball, you have got to make him pay. You at least have to hit him and put him on the ground. I know they didn't give up a big, long, explosive run, but you got to get shots on this guy when you can. That time, they let him get out of bounds.
The Gators in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. Steps away. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. And the incomplete pass will wrap up the 1st quarter. Guys, LSU has the lead here. They came out and jumped on them early in the 1st. Let's take a break and look at the 1st quarter stats. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a first down.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
And the Gators will snap it on 1st and 10. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
The Gators with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately.
And they sniff that draw out. With a draw, you really have to sell that pass like you're going to throw the ball down the field. But the defensive line, the defense was not biting it. You could tell they were ready for it. Came, got on the running back, got him on the ground quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge third down coming. And some room to work. He'll step out of bounds right at the 44. A big-time pickup on that one.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
The Gators are moving quickly down the field. Looking to throw on first down. Using the quick game. At the 35, he's open. Nothing but green grass down the middle. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Gators! When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Firing to the right, complete. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
The Tigers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. With the catch, it's Watkins. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down.
I'll tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands, and you saw it all in that last play.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Gives it on the option. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And This guy has been a dominant force early in this game. We're still in the first half. He already has a sack. He gets a tackle for loss there. He's playing so well with his eyes right now. He's reading his keys, and he's letting his God-given ability put him in the backfield to make these plays.
Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Johnson wants to throw it. The short hands, it's Watkins. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you loved playing on teams with great offenses.
They'll snap it from the 47 on first down. On the run, it's Berry. Got enough for the first. Finds a crease at the 20. He's now piled up 68 yards rushing already here in the first half. It's a season opener, but he's in midseason form. What perfect execution on that big run. Everything perfectly blocked, and this guy doesn't need a lot of room.
I love how this offensive line communicates and works up front. You see guys winning their one-on-one battles. There's double teams happening. Guys are getting into the second level and creating big lanes for this running back.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Quarterback strolling away from heat. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Looking to fire. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
Man, getting to this quarterback is pivotal. You saw it last drive, way too much time. They score a touchdown. Nice job on second down. Anticipating the pass, playing the pass, getting the sack, and now forcing a difficult third down.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Back to the ground game on the left. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. From the left hash, and this distance ought to make that angle pretty easy to handle. Offense calls a timeout here, critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Ball is at the 3-yard line. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone, but they'll need to move forward here on 4th and short. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. He'll boot it from the left side, and from this distance, that angle ought to be fairly easy. Good, right down the boulevard. But now there's a penalty marker on the field. Let's see what that's about. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. LSU lining up first and goal. Motion from the back. Caught in the backfield, it's Hill. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly.
Love the awareness by the defense here. They're trying to get the running back the ball in space, but the defense was expecting it. They had guys in position. They located the football, and they went and gang tackled.
They lost ground on first down. Now second and goal from the 5. A run for the quarterback. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers!
It's just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Navy is trailing right now, but I'm not ready to say this team is out. Not after the way this group has rallied around that coach. It really has been something to watch. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to UTEP. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. He'll start this drive firing. Catch in the middle, it's Webb. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made.
And you just could not allow that to happen defensively, giving up a big play like that. They're going to need to now play with some sense of urgency if they're not going to give up any points here before the end of the half.
That last play is the kind of thing the offense can really build some momentum on, and now they've got it 1st and 10 outside the 40. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9. When these two first met in 1937 in Baton Rouge, LSU shut out the Gators. Florida would notch the first road victory in this swampy series when they beat LSU on the Bayou in 1956.
A lot of history between these two teams because even when there were two divisions in the SEC, this was a constant cross-division rivalry featuring lots of NFL talent and some really dramatic games. I remember being the #1 team in the nation back in 1997, going into Baton Rouge and losing, and the fans rushing the field, tearing down the goalposts. These two teams have unbelievable fan bases and lots of talent on the field.
They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge 3rd down coming up. Finds his tight end. Gets it down to the 33. They pick up the 1st down. Got to use their time wisely.
And that's a great job executing the drag route. You just bring the big fella across the formation, wait for him to come open. The quarterback does a good job seeing him, finds him in the hole, hits him. Perfect job.
They'll run the option. Look out, he's got room. He just has a nose for those little crevices to be able to find space, and he picks up the 1st down. We've got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking downfield on 1st down. Zings it complete to the right. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. Maybe some confusion on the snap count. It's going to be a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Sixth play of the drive coming up. Back to pass on second down. Deep shot for the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half.
How about the athletic ability by the big fella? You know, you got those big linebackers in there used to taking on fullbacks and offensive linemen the whole game. He understands for passing situations. I'm getting drops. I'm getting deep in my drops, playing the quarterback's eyes, breaking on the football, making the INT. What an athlete.
They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Johnson looking to throw. That's caught. It's Green. And he make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. LSU will put foot to leather to start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one, put your best plays together, start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
The Gators come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. To the air on second down. Flushed out of the pocket. Under heat, and he gets rid of it.
Get the quarterback off the spot. Make him flush from the pocket. Put a good hit on it. Check, check, check. You want to do everything you can to make the QB uncomfortable. The defense did all 3 of those on this play and finished it off with a nice lick. Nice physical play on the quarterback.
The Gators come to the line trying to find a way to convert on third and very short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38.
And that's so tough as a defense because they only got to get inches. But I got to find a way to somehow get a knockback, stop the running back's feet. Right there, I couldn't do it. He gets downhill just enough, and he gets the first down.
It's a good job, too, there on third down by the offense because a major statistic in football in terms of winning and losing is how good are you at staying on the field, keeping drives alive. Whether it's third and long or third and inches, you just have to go execute. And they do it there.
Running into the open space. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Gators are moving quickly down the field. They'll try the run.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Finds a soft spot in the middle. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge third down coming. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the first down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
With a double-digit deficit here in the second half, they're going to go for it on fourth down. Now the play fake. Now improvising. He'll pull it down and run. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there through the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big third down conversion by this offense.
Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here.
Nice job by the QB. You can tell they want to push it down the field. They want to be aggressive on first down, which I love, which is really hard to stop from a defensive standpoint. But does a good job scrambling outside the pocket, picking up the first down, and then saving his life. Good job. Get out of bounds.
Snags it over the middle. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered to pick up the first. This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Big third down in the red zone, and this crowd is getting behind this defense. They'll try to run for it. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
3rd and 2, trying to be physical, trying to win the battle up front. Almost there, Palmer, just short, 4th and inches.
Yeah, and he was so disappointed he didn't pick up that first. He's looking over to the sidelines right now, asking for the ball again here on 4th.
Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The Gators line it up with a 1st and goal. He'll keep it himself. They just blew through that offensive line. It's a 4-yard loss.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Now 2nd and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. He breaks a tackle. Trying to move the pile into the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
On 3rd and goal, you can't hear yourself thinking here. Snap it to the back. Touchdown, Florida! And here they come, almost all the way back.
Man, I love it. I love the physicality of this offense. It's 3rd and goal. I trust my offensive line to pave the way, give the ball to my running back, and know he's going to physically punch this thing into the end zone.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Cincinnati has the lead right now, but if this team has taught us anything over the years, it's that no lead is safe inside Nippert Stadium. They're up by 4 over Jacksonville State. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. Johnson wants to throw it. Buys a little time with his feet. He's got him wide open. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line. Well, LSU receivers are known for their swagger, and that is swagger well-earned after that one.
You go outside and you make plays. Like, listen, you have swag, you have confidence, and you usually get a little bit loud. You be like, listen, feed me the rock. So many great LSU receivers in the past, and it's because of that swag.
The Tigers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. The play action fake. Got his man. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down.
Nice job by the quarterback and receiver working the curl route. Receiver got his depth and fought back to the football, helping make that completion a whole lot easier.
LSU getting set on 1st and 10. Wide receiver comes in motion. Leaves it with the running back. Wrestled to the ground, but he's inside the 10 and down to the 9.
And I like the quarterback making the decision quickly. I'm going to give it. I'm not going to throw the football off the RPO and just let my back get some positive yards. You're getting 5+ yards. That is a great job by the offense. Continue to stick with them.
Big catches, big plays, tons of yards through 3 quarters for these two guys. So the final period starts with a second down play. On the move, it's Hill. What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. Touchdown, Tigers! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There are a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away, count on your defense, not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done, and now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. the Gators sending the offense back to work. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot, and now let's see if they can pull this one out. Snagged out of the air. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
And in this situation late when you need 2 touchdowns to win the game, everything's going to have to be downfield.
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
The Gators with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Second down, he'll throw it. Spits it out to the back. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
This defense is going to use this guy in a lot of different ways. You'll see him rush the passer. Obviously, he'll have his name called when the offense tries to run the football, but I love his coverage ability.
They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge third down coming up. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. He's going to let it go. Oh, it's picked off at the worst possible time. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the fourth quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet. It's getting pretty close.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
And you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
Backed up now, here's second and long. Johnson looking to throw. A strike downfield. And he's marked down right there, but a good pickup, and it'll be a first down.
And they've been fun to watch today, man. Like, they're staying aggressive late in the game. They've built a cushion. They've built a lead. But you can just tell the confidence and the swagger they have. They've been able to do what they want today, take care of business. And this is an offense that I think is going to continue to grow.
Grabbed behind the line. It's Green. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you can start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
They're dealing with a second and long. Might be calling a hot route. The give to the left. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time, blowing the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway, create negative plays, and get the ball back.
Finds his man. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
Well, this defense is going to have their hands full trying to defend the pass with all of these weapons they've got on the perimeter of the field. That is a great job bringing a dangerous target down right away after he catches the slant.
Looking to convert, LSU comes to the line on fourth. They'll run for it. He will not get there. They'll turn it over on downs, and that leaves the door open.
Yeah, I'm not sure why they went for it, but when you're up by a couple scores, I think you're just kind of free and like, hey, let's keep scoring points. Let's keep the offense out there. Let's keep the accelerator on, and I guess, hey, who cares? We're not going to lose anyways.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Things have not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down.
This is a fun spot to be in defensively. Like, it's late in the football game. You know they're passing the football because you're up a couple of scores. You pin your ears back. You try to get to the quarterback. Play smart. Make sure you rally to the football tackle and don't give up the big plays.
They're now out across the 40, and he's out of bounds at the 42.
And that's perfect for the defense. You'll give that up all day. You're winning this game by multiple possessions late in the game. Play big zone coverages, keep the ball in front of you, and tackle the ball carrier inbounds.
Dances away. He'll pull it down. Breaks into the open. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's first down at the 27.
And on the third play of the drive, third down, it's the scrambling ability of this quarterback that goes and picks up the first down. He was so calm back there. He never got flustered. Nobody open, no problem. If you give this guy 1 yard to run, he's going to tuck it and take off, and that's exactly what happened there.
He gets right to the edge of the red zone. He's out of bounds at the 20.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy because that's a QB that's dynamic and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
Complete along the sidelines, and that'll be good enough for the first down.
Well, when you're running the drag route against man coverage like that, as a quarterback, you got to put the ball out in front of your target. And when you do that, you give the guy a chance to then advance the football up the field, pick up a first down like they did right there.
Lets it go to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
And, man, did the defense just miss an opportunity that they could have turned the lights out with the lead. Get the football back here. Missed opportunity. Maybe this offense now can take advantage and swing some momentum in this football game.
He'll pitch it. And that one will go in reverse. The defense all over that pitch on the option.
Honestly, it just looks like the defense has better players on the field, and that's really demonstrated itself throughout the course of the game. They've got more speed. They've been able to shut this offense down in every possible way. And even on that last one, not letting them get out of bounds. You got to be impressed with what you've seen by this defense.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And that is interception number 3 on the day. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
You got to believe they just want to run it, take care of the football, and keep that clock moving on 2nd and 9. Johnson wants to throw it. Blasted as he lets it go.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell in.
This 3rd down play might be the last chance for this defense to stay in the game. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it in the middle, it's Green. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Looks as if they're going to get the W behind a really good performance from their passing attack and maybe hold that edge in the rankings as well, fellas.
They're going to hold the edge. They're going to create some separation, too, I think, because of the throwing ability. This quarterback came into this game lighting it up. We knew in the preseason this guy had talent, but against an opponent like this, David, it's impressive to see his performance.
Well, it's one thing to have talent, but to get all the talent with the new pieces every single year to work together, this passing attack looks like they're going to be formidable. And now you already got that one top 25 win for the resume to keep building throughout this season.
LSU with the 1st and 10 here. Motion from the wideout. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. Got the first down. Looking for more. There he goes to the right. He's at the 10.
You have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing that.
Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. Line getting set on second down. I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean, you're ranked higher, you're more talented. A lot of people point to this game. Possible upset, two really good teams. Jesse, they made it clear. There's only one really good team. It was them. They were the favorite, and they just made a point of it.
You're right. Not all ranked teams are created equal. One of these teams is a college football playoff contender. The other simply is not. And that demonstrated itself today. The higher-ranked team is a team with national championship aspirations. They've got so much talent. They look good today.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.